Brian, we're on Windsor Avenue where the fire happened last night. As you can see, police officers have blocked off the street with police tape. We're not allowed to proceed further down the street, therefore we cannot see the house. But here's some information that we do have. Late last night, a 911 call was placed. We don't know who placed that call, but 2 police officers arrived on scene at 10:45. There were 3 people in the house at the time, a mother and her 2 children, an 18-month-old boy, and a 6-year-old girl. The police officers realized that the mother and the young boy were trapped inside a bedroom. They responded to that bedroom, breaking in the window, taking several trips to rescue the mother and the young boy. The mother and the young boy were transported to the hospital. The mom is in critical condition while the young boy is in serious condition. When emergency crews were finally able to go into the house with fire equipment, it was unfortunately a little bit too late for the 6-year-old girl. She was pronounced dead at the scene. The 2 police officers who went in to rescue the mom and the young boy were sent to the hospital and treated for smoke inhalation. We've also learned that the house was built for the family by Habitat for Humanity back in June. The family moved into the house in July, just adding more tragic news to this unfortunate story. For further developments, please stick with us as we'll have more information at the 5 o'clock hour. I'm in Plainfield, Andrew Badillo, Q30 News.
Brian, we're here on Windsor Avenue. The police have blocked off the roadway, so we are unable to see the house from where we are right now. But what we do know is a fire broke out around 11 o'clock last night at the house. A mother and her 2 children were home at the time. 2 cops were the first on the scene. When they pulled up, they said the house was coming out with black, thick smoke, so they broke in through a window into a room where a mother and her 18-year-old baby were, and they were able to save the mother and her child. They had to go back and forth to the window for air. They were not wearing the proper equipment at the time, so a dangerous situation right there. Right now, the mother is in critical condition, the baby is in serious condition, and the 2 police officers were sent to the hospital for smoke inhalation. They were released, so they are okay. The father was not home at the time, so he was down the street actually at a neighbor's house. Emergency response crews recovered a 6-year-old girl, unfortunately, who did not make it. She died in the fire, so that is unfortunate. We do know the family had recently moved in. Police chief said they moved in July, so they haven't not been here that long, and the house was built to them by Habitat for Humanity. So an unfortunate scene happening here on Windsor Avenue. We have a developing story, so stick with us for more updates as we find out more. If you know any information, please let fire officials know. In Plainfield, I'm Kelly Ledwith, Q30 News.
Brian, I'm here on the scene of the fire that broke out last night. Police have blocked off Windsor Avenue, the street that the fire was on. We are standing a few blocks back. Here is what we know. A mother and her 2 children were in the house at the time of the fire. The mother and an 18-month-old boy were stuck in a front bedroom. Police were able to get to them when they arrived on the scene. They broke the window. They had to go in. There was a lot of black smoke. They had to take trips back and forth so they were able to breathe, but they were able to retrieve the mother and the 18-month-old boy safely. The 18-month-old boy and the mother are in the hospital. The mother in critical condition, the boy in serious condition. Unfortunately, once the fire department was able to get into the house, they discovered a 6-year-old girl dead inside. At the time, the father was down the street. He was not in the house, and he was safe. The 2 police that were able to retrieve the mother and the child were treated and released for smoke inhalation. We have also learned that the fire marshal has also told us that this house was built by Habitat for Humanity for the family back in June. They only moved in July. The investigation is ongoing. We, at this point, do not know what caused the fire. We will keep you updated with more information as we learn. In Plainfield, I'm Anna Sackel, Q30 News.